So I think it's going to be an informal gathering, perhaps just the four of us. I don't know. But why don't we just sort of go around and introduce ourselves. And if anybody else joins, we will let them in. We'll do it in the order in which people showed up, which is not, hold on, it's 2 L's at the end of O'Connell, correct?
Yes.
2 N's, 2 L's. And if you want to tell us what your plans are, if you have any for the rest of the holiday week, that'd be great. Mark, you're up.
All right, it's me. Hi, Mark Thiebel, Growth Strategy Advisors. Mainly do pre-branding. So I do a lot of go-to-market strategy, do a lot of qualitative interviewing, quantitative interviewing, and that's what I do. Last couple of months have been sort of bleak. Had a personal illness, had a family death, had some interesting things. So it's been very, very difficult, but I'm back on track now and looking forward to re-engaging here at the group. And that's what I do.
Sorry to hear about your trials and tribulations with the health issues and the death in the family, death in the friend family. I don't know, but
father, yeah, 97.
Wow, that's
97.
impressive.
Yes, but anyway, I've got a couple things working, and we'll see how that all works out, and we'll go from there.
And Mark does a lot of work with private equity firms,
Yes.
looking to acquire, looking at competitors, I assume, or.
No, that's true, and a lot of them go in with preconceived ideas, so it's hard to change their mind sometimes.
I imagine, yeah. Somewhat, it's oftentimes very opinionated and hard-headed.
That is true. That is true. I mean, a lot of them go into it already knowing what they want to do. It's just, and they want you to validate it. And when you don't validate it, they go ahead and do it half the time anyway. So,
Yeah.
That's what they do. I also work with some private firms. And those are actually a lot more fun.
Interesting.
And Mark, how do you get most of your leads in your business?
Most of the leads I get are actually usually through referrals. So people I've known over a number of years, and that's how I normally do it. Private equity groups, lawyers, accountants, if they see somebody's in trouble, that's a lot of times what they'll do.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Elizabeth, tell us what you're up to. I know you're job searching, and tell us a little bit about your background and exactly what you're looking for.
Well, what I'm looking for is a moving target at this point. It's sort of just, I'll go anywhere for the right opportunity. In December, I was helping a friend who owns a bakery in Boston. I was helping her manage the bakery and working on her sort of growth strategy, what she wants to do if she wants to franchise. They're affected by supply chain issues and all of the labor shortages that everyone else is too. So that's challenging. I was doing the social media for a doctor too, part-time. And before that, I worked in events in Manhattan. There was I worked for a lifestyle brand that contracted out to apartment complexes. So I was at Waterside Plaza on the east side. I don't know if you know it. And they have 3,500 tenants, and I was supposed to capture as many tenants as possible. So I took it from sort of one event a month to about 80 by the time March 2020 rolled around.
80 events a month?
Yeah, they were different sizes. So sometimes it was a small lecture. We did wine tastings and things like that. And then also, senior yoga.
Interesting. I have somebody else who I think might be a good contact for you. Nadine Peyser, look her up. Nadine Peyser.
Peyser?
Peyser, and its first name is Nadine, Nadine. She's been in events, in the event
Oh, great,
space.
thank you.
Now she has her own, not sure exactly, events management or something like that. I think she does a lot of work for city government or something. Not sure.
Okay, interesting.
Please tell us what's going on.
I am tired, but I'm also recovering from a cold, not COVID. But I have a public relations. For those who don't know me on the call, I have a public relations agency, and we service growing technology companies mostly, but we do dabble in some other areas. And I just finished, Michael, I think I told you this a couple months ago that I had started the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, which I highly recommend. And next time we're on a call with maybe more agency owners, I will plug it because I think it's they're looking for people to to join a cohort in the next few. And it was an excellent program, talked about growth strategy. That's what the program is about. It helps you identify growth strategy, and it takes you through every aspect of your business, from human resources, yourself, operations, finance, like figuring out financing, figuring out how to look at your numbers if someone's not accountant minded, just really understanding the ins and outs of your business and helping you figure out how to work on your business versus in the business solely. So it's a great experience. And so my growth opportunity is to expand our reach into the Canadian market. So I'm from Canada, and Toronto more specifically is one of the fastest growing tech. It is the fastest growing tech sector in North America at the moment. So I see a lot of opportunity to bring our knowledge of the US market and the top tier media outlets that we usually get our clients into for Canadian clients that want to reach, this market, because a lot of them do, but I don't believe that they have the internal resources or the expertise to do that with. And local companies, agencies that I've looked at in Toronto don't seem to showcase that they get that coverage as well. So I do think that would be unique. So that's the next step in the plan. But of course, the year was up and down. We finished strong with like a lot of good new clients, and then kind of started to teeter again, I guess, same. Everybody's just unsure of where things are going. And so, so still looking for US business, but also planning to expand into the Toronto market.
Are you planning on partnering with agencies up there, or just do it yourself?
Yeah, do it myself. I have a lot of contacts in professional and personal that will help me get started. We only need a few clients. We really only need like 3 clients to get started and have a healthy pipeline. So
right. Good.
Yeah.
I saw a Be Right Back, a BRB, which I assume means Be Right Back, from Rajiv.
Oh yeah.
So I will go, and then Rajiv, I'm not using a timer today. So you all know me, Elizabeth. This is your first meeting as a guest. So welcome.
Thank you.
This is a group I started about 1.5 years ago or so, maybe even longer. It's marketing people, marketing agencies, or people in sales, running small sales agencies, marketing agencies, advertising agencies, PR, etc. And it's just a venue for people to meet each other and refer business to each other, get to know one another, of course. My core business is software development. I don't do any programming. I represent about 10 different teams. And so what I do is match the team to the need. And most of what, thanks, Rajiv. He likes my Christmas sweater. Most of what I do is in 2 areas, marketing and startups. So a lot of my business is through partnerships with marketing agencies that don't always have those programming skills or resources in-house, or even if they do have some, they may not have the specific skill set needed for a particular job. So whether that means it's the programming language or the content management system or the e-commerce system or whatever. They'll come to me, or maybe they've just run out of resources, right? The 2 programmers I have are booked to the gills, and they need extra resources. So they come to me and I'm matching them up with the right team based on technology, budget, all sorts of things like that. And most of my business is done with my teams that are dual shore, meaning they've got, some people here in the US, but most of their programmers are offshore. So the client benefits from that cost savings of an offshore resource, and yet they don't have to deal with the challenges associated with, language barriers and cultural differences and time zone differences.
Mhm.
So good leads for me are, in fact, digital marketing agencies, small digital marketing agencies that, build websites and do other things as well. They may want to focus more on the strategy and the design and don't necessarily want to focus on the technical side. And that's where my teams come in.
Okay.
So we're really very technically focused.
Mhm.
So we work well with people that are more design focused.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And it's been, I've been doing this for about 10 years. It's been since February of, so it'll be 11 years in February.
Wow.
Yeah. And Rajiv, you're up. Don't disappear on us again. Disappear on us. I'll give him a few more seconds.
What were you doing before?
So I also do some consulting work, and I've been doing consulting for tech firms mostly. There he is.
Okay.
Since about
just trying to
2000.
juggle between Verizon customer support and oh my God. Anyway, so hi everyone, nice to meet you all. My name is Rajiv. I know a few of you, and for those that I don't, would love to get better acquainted. I'll drop my Calendly link in the chat, or let's connect on LinkedIn, whatever's easier. What do I do? So I do reputation management. So what that means is we help clients, like it says in our tagline, to be seen or not be seen. The be seen part means be seen where? Be seen online, obviously. And being seen prominently on the top of the search results. So whether that means top of Google, top of YouTube, top of Facebook, top of LinkedIn, top of wherever else. So we help clients by delivering those outcomes, by helping them with content creation and packaging that content and SEOing the heck out of it. So that's what we do on the being seen side of it. And on the flip side, the not be seen side is basically helping clients, rescuing clients when they're in this sticky predicament of dealing with bad press or misinformation that might sometimes surface on Google, like their private information. So small story, a client actually reached out to us to get some seemingly benign information deleted from Google because it was a case of mistaken identity. She was in the job market, about to get her dream job, high 6-figure offer. The client made the offer and then quickly withdrew the offer, thinking that she's a criminal. How? They Googled her, and what they saw was a person that looked like her. They were both blonde, had the same first name, different last name, and they just quickly made a snap judgment by saying, "You're a criminal. We don't associate with." Well, obviously, I'm just doing that for dramatic effect. But the point is that they withdrew the offer, and then she wanted to salvage that situation by getting that junk misinformation deleted from Google, which we did. And she was then able to salvage the situation. So that's a small example of how we help clients by getting misinformation, bad reviews deleted from Google. We've been doing this for a while, and we have a success guarantee. This makes the entire engagement completely risk-free to the client. And what that means is if the outcome is not delivered in a very specific time frame, usually 60 to 90 days, the client has the option of asking for a refund or giving us more time to try something else, which could be for the same price or a higher price. So yeah, so that's basically what I do. My ask is you meeting with other marketing and PR people. A lot of my business comes from other marketing and PR people white labeling what I do or referring business to me. If it's a white label, they can mark up my fee by whatever extent they want. If it's a referral, then we do a 10% revenue share for any referrals received. So, whatever works. Honestly, either scenario is totally fine. And I've had a few really interesting conversations with the people in the room. So shout out to Liz for the intro that followed our conversation. Thank you for that. Yeah, looking forward to more fun conversations and exploring synergies. And yeah, happy to be here.
So you missed Elizabeth's intro, I believe. She's a guest today. She's searching for a job in events, social media marketing. I believe those are two areas of focus.
Yes.
And she was introduced to me by Christina Hagopian. Actually, through
Gotcha.
Mosaic. I think it was through Mosaic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah. So Elizabeth, we should definitely connect offline. I know like a bunch of headhunters that work in the space, which I'm happy to make the introduction to you for. There's
great. Thank
also,
you.
yeah, there's also a job search network group that meets, I don't know, once a month. So I'm happy to kind of introduce you to one of the people that run that. So that might be a good resource for you to, compare notes and stuff, as well as meet other people who might also have interesting opportunities for you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome.
So Elizabeth, we're certain you're going to land a job, or if we can help you do that, that's great. This network, we invite guests in all the time, people who might be job searching or people who, are buyers of marketing services, anybody, and sometimes even people who sell to the marketing services community. So the members themselves are all, run a small agency or independent marketing services providers. So you could use it as a resource when you land your job. If you need people in the space, certainly reach out to me or go directly to the site. And you'll meet some people here. Hopefully, you'll get to know them a little bit better. And do come back.
Great, thank you.
I gave that code will work on all of our meetings.